I relive stuff in my head constantly. I am constantly, if I'm in a car and I'm in traffic and I'm on my own, reciting lines from The Inbetweeners out loud that I wished I'd have done better. That like when I and I'm going back 20 years, and I'm like, fucking, why didn't I just do that? Why didn't I do it that way? I did a play called 222. I did it the first time round, and there was this line that I just couldn't get it right, and I didn't understand it. And then I finished my run, and I kept thinking about that line, and I spent a whole year going over it until I went, fuck, that's how I should have done it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly it. And then they asked me if I'd do it again.
Yeah. Oh,
Come
right.
and do another run of it. And I went, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it again. Because I've spent a whole year working out how to do this one line that I kept thinking that I wasn't getting across correctly. But I don't.
Well, sometimes it's worth, I mean, I'm sure that you kind of benefited from all that thinking. So you must have.
So that thing that took me over a year to work out in my brain, people like Roger Federer, they do it in half a second.
Yeah.
They just sort of so clinical, and they're just like, right, that was what went wrong. I need to do that. I need to do this.
Yeah.
And they're ready to carry on playing.
Yeah.
And I assume that's the same with business people and entrepreneurs and stuff like that. Because, all those successful people have got an incredible story. All those Steve Jobs people and stuff like that, they don't just make Apple or they don't just make Microsoft. There's a whole thing that they had to go through and setbacks and overcome, and they've all got this thing in them where they can just overcome it. Like the Inbetweeners, got that job when I was 19. I don't particularly feel like I tried really hard to get that job. I just auditioned. I just sort of did it. If it was, I don't know, if I'd had more adversity in my life, I think I would have. Even the little adversity that I've got in my life right now, I'd still fucking crumble and become a mess.
I'm always amazed when people deal with adversity like very young. I think that, I think I'm probably better at dealing with adversity now, but I feel like it's because I've had, I don't know, 3 decades worth of various sorts of adversity. I don't know. So it's almost like I've had one of every different sort of adversity. So now when something comes along, I'm like, oh yeah, I recognize you. You're this sort of adversity.
Yeah.
But I can't really imagine each one of those types of adversity when I've encountered it for the first time. I've been like, well, this is a disaster. There's nothing I can do. I can't possibly carry on. I think that's, it's weird. I think how to deal with fear is, when I was at school, I was really fearful of like the future and like genetic engineering and robots and stuff.
Right.
So my tactic was I'll just drop all science. I just won't learn any science.
You've carried it on as well, haven't you? Because you're terrified of AI.
I was right. I was right.
I don't know much about AI, but I know that it uses a lot of water. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the machinery that they use for it, like big data centers, basically require a lot of cooling.
Yeah.
But I think it's because they say that should reduce with time as the technology develops. But at the moment, there's big data centers that basically require a lot of cooling, which requires a lot of water.
And there's a lot of specifically fresh water, right? They can't.
I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm not
can't use salt water.
I assume they can't because it will clog up the.
But I mean,
pipes.
Clog up its pipes, clog up the tubes.
This is coming from.
We'll clog up the dildo
position
tubes,
of knowledge,
and then the robot will go. I don't know what's going on. I'm sort of torn now. I wouldn't say but I definitely.
They can let you do that, Dave.
Oh yeah,
that's a boring film, by the way.
What is it? Is it one with a car?
No, that's Kit.
Oh right, it was it Hal?
No, Hal. Sorry, yeah.
Oh, 2001.
Dave is Kit.
What's funny about, I feel like with AI, we'd done all the philosophy about it before we had the stuff. And now we've got the stuff and we're like, yeah, the philosophies are sort of basically right.
We'll always do that, won't we?
Yeah.
We'll always do that.
In the 90s, there was lots of people worrying about
Well, it's
technology,
like
even though technology
war.
couldn't actually do anything.
Like war. Wars
Yeah.
still happen, even though we
Yeah.
know they're all terrible.
Yeah. No, but
Even
I
though
suppose,
nobody really wants to go to war.
No, but I mean more like Asimov had come up with this idea of like the ethics of robotics in like the 1950s, even though there weren't really any robots. But he was like, yeah, but when we do have them, we'll need some rules. So obviously the first rule would be a robot can't harm a human, right? And you're like, yeah, I suppose that is basically correct. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, but there's probably needs to be a rule before that, because you might need to have a rule where like a robot could harm one human to save 100. And you're like, yeah, I suppose that's probably true. I mean, where are you getting this from? But like, there is a sense that like it's as though we've been ready for it for so long.
Yeah, but we're ready for everything. Any
we're ready for anything.
No,
yeah.
I mean, we're aware.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Not ready,
yeah.
but we're aware of any disaster that could possibly happen.
That's true, actually.
You know, when you think about the Middle Ages and like fucking 100 Years' War and then and all those battles that were going on all around Europe and all this nonsense.
Yeah.
Like we read about that stuff and we look back and go, God, fucking primitives. What a bunch of idiots. Still doing the same.
Yeah.
Still do the same stuff.
Yeah.
And it's for all the exact same reasons.
I know. Yeah.
Like, we just don't learn, do we?
We don't really learn.
Christ.
No, it is true.
Which is why we wanted to do this podcast.
We're trying to finally teach people.
We wanted to teach people.
Just trying to teach and then eventually we're going to set up a little community and you'll come and live with us and you give us money.
Yeah.
And like, we'll take most of it.
And then we'll poison each other.
Our enemies will say we're poisoning each other, but actually we're just getting rid of these earthly bodies so that the bit of us that lives forever can go and live on our planet.
Yeah.
That we've found out about and that I've done a drawing of.
We'll all have a little pet philanthropist.
We'll have a little philanthroform each. They're there waiting for us. They miss us. They miss us like crazy.
They do.
And they're sending out their signals. They're reaching out through space.
Have you seen that?
If we could only listen. Listen.
Do you remember early Louis Theroux, where he used to do his weird weekends? And he did that one on the aliens.
Yeah.
And he went to that bloke and he was like, now receiving message.
I think I do remember that.
Stand by for message.
I know.
You are killing the planet.
I love all that.
I want him to go back to that shit.
I know.
It's
too fucking easy to find weirdos now, is the problem. You're like, I found one. Where? Just here, running the country.
He's become... He's still got his thing, Louis Theroux, but he's talking to people... he's talking to too many people that are aware of him. Whereas he needs to go back to do his stuff where he's just sort of looking at the camera going...
Yeah.
He didn't even need to say stuff.
Yeah.
He would just let them do things.
So yeah, he'd just be like, and do you think there's any reason that the alien has chosen to just talk to you?
Yeah.
It was really good.
But he was so...
Yeah.
He's got such a special charm.
He's got such a charm.
Because he could be like, is there not a chance, do you think, that you're just making this up?
Yeah.
That this is all bollocks?
Yeah.
He even made an incredibly compelling documentary about Michael Jackson without getting anywhere near Michael Jackson. He was trying really, really hard to... he was fascinated with Michael Jackson, and he followed him around on tour, and he spoke to a load of fans, Michael Jackson, like super fans.
Yeah.
Spoke to his dad at some point. Spoke to some guy who was a magician that sort of was an orphan or something and was brought up by or claimed to have been brought up by the Jackson family. It was all really weird and really, really fascinating, really, really interesting. But he could not. And he spent the whole time trying to get in a room with Michael Jackson. And then it was like, oh, we've just got news. He speaks to Uri Geller.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you reckon you could get me in with Michael Jackson? And Uri goes, possibly. We may be able to get you in. Like, win, England, win. Uri Geller, what's he doing now? What the fuck's Uri Geller?
What's Uri Geller's job?
He bends spoons.
Yeah.
He bends your mind. Watch as I bend this spoon. But he, And then Uri Geller goes, and then the news breaks that Jacko's decided to go with Bashir. Do you remember the big Martin Bashir thing with Michael Jackson? That was fucking amazing, absolutely incredible.
Okay,
I'd love to rewatch that. Can't find it anywhere. And then Louis Theroux confronts Uri Geller, saying, "What happened? I thought you were going to get me the big scoop. And I hear now that Martin Bashir is spending the next few weeks with Michael Jackson and doing an in-depth documentary." And Uri Geller's like, "Well, you can be a bit sneaky. We were worried. But Uri Geller had sorted out
quite a fair description. To be fair, he is a little bit sneaky.
But Uri Geller was the person that brokered the deal between, or had something to do with the deal between him and Bashir. And obviously that documentary, everyone watched that and was like, what the fuck? What is going on here? That was where the whole thing came out, where it was like, oh, I just sleep with the children. There's nothing weird. No, you're being ignorant. No, we just sleep in the same bed. We're all right. There's nothing going on. And Bashir's like, right, okay.
Yeah.
So that was bad PR for Jacko.
Probably Michael Jackson shouldn't really have done an interview with anyone.
And I think Uri Geller was like, yes, Michael Jackson isn't talking to me at the moment. Like, he was like, because he was the sort of,
it's very difficult to sell the idea that you just have got a best friend who's a child.
In Uri Geller's...
people are like, what does it say again? I've just missed my best friend. It's just a child. I'll just say it again. My best friend's a child. I can't. It's just something.
Yeah.
I don't think your best friend can be a child.
In Uri Geller's defense, right, he probably went with, Bashir, he did the Diana stuff, and he's a bit more of a sort of... he's a bit more of a respected journalist than Louis Theroux, right?
Yeah.
Who was a student with a camera, basically.
Yeah.
So Uri Geller's gone, I think you should go with Martin Bashir. Uri Geller, for Michael Jackson to then fall out of Uri Geller and was like, oh, you stitched me up. I would have gone, I think you stitched yourself up, mate. I don't think Bashir stitched you up there.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's very difficult to think of who Michael Jackson could have been paired with that wouldn't have had the same outcome.
Exactly.
Who's this person who's supposed to interview him being like, oh, I love all this stuff with the kids. It's great. Yeah, well done.
There's a fascinating bit where Louis Theroux, I think he hands over like $5,000 of his own money or something like that to try and get an hour with, is it Randy Jackson? Who's his dad? Is that his dad's name? And it's like, oh, he was supposed to be, he turns up like 6 hours late or something like that. And they're like, oh, we've only got 20 minutes. And then it becomes very clear that this guy's just trying to talk to Louis Theroux about this girl band that he's trying to put together. Joseph, of course, yeah, Joseph. Joe. Those documentaries are amazing. The Louis Theroux Weird Weekend stuff. Before he like even the stuff with who was that couple?
That sense of you were getting a camera in a place where there'd never been a camera before.
I remember a few weeks ago there I was asking you about as people that are genuinely interested in British comedy, the SNL UK thing.
Yeah.
And I've not watched an episode because I've felt like I haven't had to, because it really does live on the internet. It really does get clipped up and lived on the internet. I'll be honest with you, I think it's been great.
I've watched all of it and I loved it.
I think it's been great seeing that stuff, and I think it works on the internet. And it's almost as if the actual show is a byproduct. What they want is it for the stuff to go viral on TikTok and Instagram, and it is, and it's going well, and it does. Oh man, I genuinely sort of just love seeing young people, and they are young. I am on the other side now.
They're probably on TikTok.
Of course they are. They know exactly what they're doing.
They know what it is.
But given a chance to do stuff and honestly, a lot of the stuff that I've seen, it reminds me of Pete and Dud, and really bizarre, quite bushy, quite off the wall, quite and the you know, I'll call them kids because they are to me. They are to us, you know, not age-wise, but
but in terms of like, they're probably 20 years younger than us or something.
One age-wise, but also just because we started out quite young, and we're at the other end now.
Yeah,
I genuinely think we could get a lifetime achievement award or something at the age of 40 or something like that, because we've been through it. We've come out the other end.
I think I've probably pretty much, you know, finished.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. But I do. That SNL UK thing has made me feel really positive about young people coming into comedy and given a chance, to, you know, listen. Not all the sketches work, but given a chance to fail. Kids don't get that.
Yeah, that's
kids don't get the kids in whatever walk of life you're in. The kids don't get a chance to fuck up.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing something and you get a bit pissed on a night out, someone's recorded it on a phone, and your boss goes, "Oh, I saw this on the internet. You're fired."
Yeah.
You got to make mistakes. You got to be allowed to make mistakes.
You know the phrase "practice makes perfect."
Yeah,
I never hear that anymore. I never, I think it is literally because practice basically means failure.
Yeah.
Like if you hear a child practicing the piano, what you're really listening to is a child failing to play the piano. So practice really means failure. And if you have a culture that is impatient with failure, which I do think is the culture we have, then it becomes very difficult to practice, because practice is failure. So it becomes difficult to improve. So if you want a culture of improvement, you need a culture that's embraces failure.
Yeah.
So, and I think, I agree with you. It's really good to have like a big canvas on which is like, because SNL has obviously been in the States for ages.
Yeah.
And so many people have come through that. And I've watched films without even realizing that these are basically SNL people who have cut their teeth doing this.
Loads of them. Will Ferrell, Eddie Murphy, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd.
What you need is a regular slot. You need regularity, a place where you can practice your craft, basically.
Will Teese, what is that his name?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I hope that SNL UK becomes a sort of platform for these performers to be able to do something similar. I mean, there's stuff like, what kind of Irish is your granddad?
George Fouracres is so funny.
It's fucking mental. Yeah. My granddad was Irish, and it is like, but it's such a bizarre observation that even I had never thought about. It's fucking, it is. I love it. I think it's great, and I hope we're back to just sort of fucking having fun again. It's got a second series, because I honestly I was like, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think we do things so differently over here than they do over there, because they do it fucking all year or 9 months out of the year or whatever it is. And I think they have a mid-season break or a couple of mid-season breaks in SNL in New York, but we don't do TV like that. We have a couple of people write stuff. We don't have a fucking boardroom full of 20 people that need to churn out 25 episodes of something
like the
every
idea
year.
Of like the writer's room feels very American.
That's not how we do things here.
Yeah.
So I was genuinely interested in being like, how the fuck does that concept work? And they did it. They sort of met in the middle, where it was like, oh, we'll do 6 episodes. We'll do 6 episodes. It's live. It's on television. We'll do 6 episodes. We'll have a guest come in. We'll have music come in. It'd be it'd be great fun. They did the 6 episodes. Right, great. Let's go again. Let's do another 6 episodes. That works, and I think that will work better, and could potentially put SNL UK in better stead than the SNL in America. Because I'll be honest with you, man, 80-90% of the American SNL it is what it is. You got the 10-20% of special stuff, and I'll be honest. I think getting through the 80% of stuff is worth getting to the special stuff.
Yeah.
But I think this way that they're doing it in the UK gives you a bit more time to let things breathe. Right, we did 6 episodes. They'll probably do 12 episodes a year every 6 months they'll do.
You're thinking that maybe they're almost slightly doing too much in America, maybe just because
way too much.
Yeah, it's very difficult to.
It's been going since the 70s.
That level of output.
Yeah, it's impossible. No one could do it. No one could do that.
Yeah,
it's a miracle that that anything funny comes from the SNL in America.
Yeah,
if something funny comes from SNL America at this day and age, is that they haven't already done. It's fucking well done. Good job. It's like podcasts, Joe. You should do
you need to just
do 6 podcasts.
Yeah,
and then go away and think about it for a bit. What episode are we on? 37.
With podcasts, you need to just get comfortable with the fact that there's not really you are gonna do the same stories, like, and if people have a go at that, like, they're really being a bit rude. Anyway,
episode 37, Joe and James, Fact Up. Should we do it?
Let's do
the podcast.
Let's do it.
Joe and James, Fact Up.
Welcome to Joe and James Fact Up. Each week we'll be bringing facts to one another that we deem interesting, and our policy is the more interesting, the more true it is. We'll also dig into the weird things that you'd like to think are true, but you don't want to research yourself, in a segment that we call Fact Check. Are we doing that at the moment?
No, but keep sending them in.
Keep sending them in. We need them.
We'll get through them.
Send us your facts. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp is 07822034330. And you can follow us on socials at Joe and James Pod. And you can watch all our full episodes on YouTube. Just search for Joe and James Fact Up. I should probably say, so we are still doing fact checks in a weird way. But it's we're in the middle of the World Up 2026.
Yeah.
So if you have a fact, at the moment we're doing sort of fact check, but it's going to be included in a competition. So if you think you've got a really good fact that me and Joe are going to, let's face it, spunk over, then send it in, because we want to hear it, and it might get included in our competition. Last week we did octopus punching against Ewan McGregor's brother in the Air Force, called Obi-2. Obi-2 has made it through that round, and they were in the final. So keep your facts coming, please. Now, let's get fact up.
Right. So I'm going to start straight away, James.
Yes, sir.
With something that Fred has sent in via the Fact Up form.
Good old Fred.
Good old Fred. And it's an honest name, and it's an honest way to get in touch using the form. Probably you just use a simple Bic biro. Or something.
Went through the normal procedures.
Yeah. He's jumped through the administrative hoops.
Yeah.
And now he gets his rich reward. And he said this is a business idea for me, actually. That's how it's been subtitled.
That's
in my,
right.
In my script.
It's a business idea for Joe.
And,
I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah. Okay. And so it says, not strictly a fact, but let's be honest, the format's gone well past that now. Fair enough, Fred. That's fair enough. I was once told the story of a man who brought his own small toll booth to the entrance of Bristol Zoo car park and began charging entry. The story goes he remained there. So as a kind of sort of like a little Punch and Judy, but he's...
Yeah.
The story goes he remained there for years, earning millions in revenue. Repeat, millions. The scam was only discovered when a member of the zoo staff called the local council to highlight his absence. So what to say, he's not there anymore.
Yeah. They're like, where's the toll booth guy?
Where's the people who charge entry? And I suppose, while I'm on this call, where's all that money going? It doesn't seem to be invested. By this time, he was long gone with the money. No idea if there's any truth to it, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. Great pod, guys. Genuinely does bring joy to me. Oh, that's nice.
Thank you,
Fred.
That's a great story. I don't think it's true. There is a bloke.
I don't know. It might. These things do.
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. You do hear things.
So there was a bloke recently. I don't have any facts or figures.
Right,
that come to my brain. Maybe Lily May can help me out when I start talking here.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a bloke recently. There's some major roadworks going on somewhere in the country.
Okay, that's right.
That's the bit of information that would help us out a lot.
Somewhere in the country is fine.
So he.
Fact.
There's a main road somewhere that is really, really disrupted. It's going to be disrupted for a while. So he has built like a dirt track through his farm, and he's charging people to just skip the traffic and just go get straight onto another road.
Okay.
And he's charging a toll.
How much is he?
I don't know. This was literally like in the last couple of weeks. I remember reading about this in the newspaper.
Is he going to reinvest any of the toll money in like getting the road tarmacked or like?
Do you think because that's the thing as well, it's a dirt track.
Okay.
So even I was looking at it going, do you reckon he'll reinvest and and get some tarmac down and turn this into some sort of bypass?
Okay. From what I can see why you've made this link as well, because it was what my research is telling me is that a guy called Mike Watts, who was a businessman from Bath, basically during a road closure between Bath and Bristol.
I did think it was in the West Country.
Yeah, he created a path and hired a crew to make a dirt and gravel path which cost him £150,000, and he charged people £2 to go across it to recoup the costs of doing it.
Wow. And did he? I mean, he presumably must have done more than break even.
Well, he actually said here, but this is like an AI summary, so I can't trust this necessarily. But he says apparently he lost around 15,000 in the end.
Right. Just do an Edinburgh show.
So he's not. Yeah. Just make your own short film.
Buy a camper van and then sell it for £75 if you're my dad. If you lose 15,000.
But like I say, that seems a bit more. He didn't make millions and disappear.
But it's interesting that it's also located in the Bristol area.
Mm-hmm. And I used to live in Bristol, and I had heard of this.
You'd heard of this
before this message.
The zoo guy.
Yeah.
Well, that's fact then.
And was Bristol Zoo free other than this booth?
Maybe at the time.
Yeah, because I'm just saying.
It might be cheaper for you to go to Bristol a couple of weeks, a couple of days
Bristol
a week.
Zoo is actually no longer.
If I upgrade to gold membership,
can
I skip this guy's booth? That's what I'm saying.
Who is that bloke? I think he's died. I think he's recently died. He was like a lord or something like that, but it was like a family peerage or something that those things that get handed down.
Yeah, handed down. Rightly so. That's
and they used to do. There was a daytime TV show that they used to do from there. He used to have like some sort of safari park or something like that. But he was
I think I know who you mean. Actually, I think he was the some sort of marquis or something. Is he the one? He made? He had a statue.
He had like long hair.
The Marquis of Bath, and he had a safari park. Is that right?
I think it might be, yeah. But he was obsessed with like he was a proper hippie. He was like a.
I think he had a statue of two tortoises having
60s hippie sort of guy.
Yeah,
and he was like, honestly, I could get on board with it. He was like, I've been given all this stuff. I might as well do something.
I know. I'm not having a go at it. I'd bloody love to be an aristocrat. But he was jealous.
But he was like, he was like a rogue aristocrat.
Well, they do. I think they do go a bit bonkers sometimes because they've got enough money, and they're like, "What can I do?" Drugs followed by go mental. I imagine.
Who's the geezer who killed his nanny or something and then disappeared, and nobody knows what fucking happened?
Lord Lucan.
Yeah.
He. I think he murder his wife and he murdered his wife, and then he fled.
But nobody found him.
They never found him. No. Yeah.
But I like that. I like the wacky aristocrat.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones that
I don't like the ones who just make sound business investments and then end up even more rich. He's like, no, that's not fair. No, the point is you're meant to go mental because like you had all the money. So the fair thing is I
quite like the ones that inherit everything and they go, right, and how much does this cost a year to run? So they inherit everything, but basically what they've inherited is it's like me buying you a Ferrari.
Yeah.
And going, oh, it's your birthday, Joe. I've bought you a Ferrari. I put £10,000 down on it. You just need to cover the rest of the payments.
Yeah.
And they inherit this stuff, and then they have to sort of turn they turn the grounds into sort of wedding places.
And they're expensive to run. I was speaking to my friend the other day, and he said he had a rich mate growing up, and like his dad had bought like a country house, like a big pile. But he said that when he went round there, they were just kind of in like 2 or 3 of the rooms. They were always in like the snug style rooms.
The rest of it,
and
had
then
to
the
be
other rooms
open
were just
to
like
the
really
public.
cold and like. Well, no, I think they were just cold.
They
were like.
That's the plot to The Gentleman, the Netflix series.
Oh, I see.
So this guy he's from quite a well-to-do family and stuff, and he inherits all this stuff, and he's like, it costs a fucking fortune to run.
Yeah.
And who stars in The Gentleman?
Theo James. Yeah. And I was a little bit heartbroken because on the little blurb on the BBC News website where it had the Bond contenders, had Theo James's CV. In between his movie, not even on there.
Not even on it. Good for him.
He's done
well. Good. It's probably good.
It's like one of those
from experience. Get that off your CV.
It's like one of those WhatsApp messages that's just a picture of a turd, and you want to get enough. You want to get enough above it, so that it's
if you want to,
so that it's not there anymore. I was like, well done, you bumped it down.
If you want to get rid of, if you want to get more acting work, get in between it's off your CV.
Yeah, it's not.
It doesn't do you any favors.
It's not going to get in Bond, is it?
It's not. No. In-betweeners to Bond.
I honestly was like, he'll probably still have that at least like number 2 on his CV or something.
Well, he was
even there.
No.
He's done loads, to be fair.
He's done loads.
Absolutely loads.
But yeah, I like that. What was that? What was that guy? What was the TV show?
Well, I'm trying to find. I can see. I looked up, and there's also the Marquis of Bath. And
I think it was Lord Bath.
They had lands that they had the Longleat estate.
Longleat Safari Park.
Yeah, Longleat Safari Park.
And he's basically bought a load of lions, and he goes around in what looks like a huge embroidered dressing gown. He dresses like, is it Bar? You know, the elephant in the dressing gown. Like he's dressed as an elephant.
Is he dead now though?
Yeah, I think he's quite long gone.
No, not long gone. No, it must have been like a couple of years ago.
Okay, but Emma Thynn, which is spelled Thynn, she's now the Marchioness. Is that how you say that?
Emma Thynn is a fucking great name. Thin with a Y.
I think you find it's pronounced Tyne.
Emma Tyne.
Well,
no, I don't know.
It could be either.
I pronounce
is
it
it
Emma
Marquis or Marquis?
Marquis, I think.
It's French.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those things where like you actually do pronounce it in, don't know.
It's like how we say fillet. When you go to America.
Oh yeah, they say filet. And we're like, don't try and
I'll have a steak fillet.
Yeah. I'm honestly like
Exactly,
yeah, that's right. No, I think it's one of those things where it's like, what's that champagne where like
Veuve Clicquot.
No, give me some time. No, Moet. You do actually say Moet. You don't say Moët. You do actually say Moet. Apparently. So because the French it's as though they've laid a trap. They're like, you'll say it like this to try and impress us, but actually we don't even want you to.
Right.
We prefer just saying things like le weekend. We don't even like French. So don't try and speak French. That's the last thing we want. We like speaking English as a joke. They've got, instead of, this is probably widely known, but like they've got a version of Match of the Day, and it's just called Match of le Day. But that's their own joke. They're like, it is like they've got this language, they don't even like it. They're like, well, eventually, ideally, it'll just be all English.
Well, we had football.
Because it's sort of funnier or something.
We had Football Italia.
Yeah, because that's a Football Italia.
On Channel 4.
Yeah. Great show.
Golazio.
Was he saying, I never knew, was it saying goal for Lazio? Was it saying go Lazio?
I've not thought of it.
Because
Lazio. I remember all I remember is the little Channel 4 used to turn into a little Italian.
That's right.
He used to turn into a little footballer with an
an
Italian flag. It was great.
It was a little Alice. It was good. Good that. But because Gaza played for Lazio, so I wondered whether it was saying goal for Lazio, which seemed a bit involved. I don't know. What are we saying
about this toll booth, Joe?
I Well, I think one thing that would strike me is it the fact that, well, actually, maybe it doesn't matter, actually. Was the zoo free and he began charging just because no one else was charging?
Apparently it was never free.
Have I said this before, that I think it was never free? I don't know whether I mentioned this before, but one of the things that I find quite sort of charming about London Zoo is that you do pay to go in, but if you just walk around the outside of London Zoo, you can see like quite a lot of animals stuff anyway, like including some of the, I don't want to have a go there, but the good ones,
right?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the glamour animals.
The glamour ones.
Yeah.
And then you pay to go in and you're just looking at some spiders or something.
Yeah.
Another thing that I found out recently, tarantulas, the big spiders, they can live to be like 23. Like they've got one in there, tarantula.
Yeah.
She's got quite a sort of sweet name, like Charlotte or something. And she's
Charlotte's Web, I assume that's from.
Oh yeah, but actually I don't think she is called Charlotte, but
right.
that's obviously just got stuck in my head. But anyway, she's quite old. So it's never been free.
Listen, it's fact. Let's not.
I like the idea. I like the idea of this little booth that he kind of goes. It reminds me of,
in my head.
It reminds me of a kind of funny Halloween costume.
In my head, he's walking with it.
That's it. He's walking with it. Yeah,
and he just sets it down.
Yeah, exactly. And then once he's got a load of money, he goes and spends it on running the London Marathon. Yeah, and then he stays in the costume, and then he gets sponsored, and then he makes it all back again.
Right.
No, I don't. I mean. It really appeals to me, the idea of this guy going around almost like a comedy robot inside the toll booth, or that guy who looks. What's that costume you wear? Where you look like you've got like a monk, like you're a monkey in a cage, or like no, you're in a cage being held by a monkey.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I think JP wears it in one of the Freshman episodes. But yeah, so I like this chap going around.
We better move on though.
Okay,
Joe.
I mean,
because we've got the world up.
Okay,
we need to get
I'm not sure he made millions.
I think he made millions and then he disappeared.
Yeah,
that's why we don't know.
I love it if he made millions and then he bought the zoo, and they'd be like, "Oh, that's annoying because you've you've done us there." They'd be like, "I tell you what." Game recognised game.
Yeah.
Like, well, I mean, you fucker. But well, okay. Well, enjoy playing with the animals, I suppose. Yeah. They're yours now. The lion eats. Just look it up. Just Google it. It's fine. But one of the spiders is quite poisonous. I think it's called the. Just look it up.
It's called Charlotte.
It's called Charlotte. Yeah, it's old though. But talk to you about the 90s. It's fine.
I've got to have a piss.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
so badly.
No, that's absolutely fine.
So I'm going to go for a slash, and then we'll be back with World Up.
Yep. Okay.
Perfect.
God. Off you go.
I've been bursting for a little while.
Sorry, I probably.
No.
Actually, I'm not going to apologise for talking too much.
We need to talk.
It is a podcast.
We've got to talk, come on.
It is a podcast.
It is my job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Right then.
Here we go. It's
All righty. Good morning, job seekers.
It's time for World Up.
Yes,
which is our tournament that we're running at the moment.
Round 2.
It's the biggest tournament that will be going on this summer. That's for sure. We're at round 2 now. This is where we put the facts up against each other and we work out which is the best one. I'm worried about the final. How many do we get in the final?
Well, there's 5 in the
3,
final.
4, 5. There'll be 5 facts in the final, and we've got to pick one out of the 5.
Correct.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do sort of a silver and bronze placement if we feel that's right.
I think, they do.
It's a sort of
you get second and third place runners up in
that lesser
in the other competition that's going on.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's going to be a kind of Crufts style final where they'll trot round and we go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That's the order.
Do we just feel the heat from their anus?
Yeah, we do. We
Is that a thing?
I wouldn't know.
I feel like they do that in Crufts, don't they?
There is definitely a bit where they're looking up their arse.
I don't know. They
like,
sort of
just
they're always like looking up the arse.
If you're not looking up the arse, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. Well, let's look up the arse of these next couple of facts. Joe, I think
lift up the tail and look up the arse hole.
Before Joe brings us our first fact, I believe we've got a jingle.
power to decide. Is the world on? We're gonna find out the greatest. It's judged by James and Joe. I could at no point can I work out where like the first beat of the bar was.
Joe, I think you've got the first one for this week.
I do. So this one comes from Donza89 via Instagram.
Donza. Have you spoken to Donza?
Donza.
Where the fuck is Donza? Hey, Donza. How you going? Go on.
Donza would be out bringing in the lambs or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Volkswagen's most sold part is actually a sausage. Okay. The VW Currywurst, part number 199398500A. VW sold over 8.5 million sausages in 2024.
Now, I was about to say, I've heard this fact, but I've just remembered. I read it. It was in one of the comments of the
Correct.
So,
I've not heard of Volkswagen selling sausages. This is new news to me.
they sell sausages.
Why would they sell sausages?
Well, I suppose they sell sausages because Brits and others probably go over to Oktoberfest or what have you.
Right.
And they are like, well, what's German? Wouldn't it be funny if
a car and a sausage and cars, sausages and beers? I imagine there's a lot of pressure at the VW company.
Yeah.
You know, they probably turn up and they're probably like, how many sausages have we sold this year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mein Führer, we have sold 8.5 million. Good. You have not sold enough sausages. Take him away. Get him out of my sight.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. No, no doubt. No, it's, I mean, so you're saying that it's a high pressure working environment.
How many sausages have you sold? I'm not sure. Well, we have ways of making you talk.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
Look. No, I mean,
I can give you some information on this if you'd like.
Okay, I'm just going to say this is my guess.
Yes.
Is that it's kind of a gimmick. It's sort of for an international, maybe a tourist market. I don't really understand why. It's only the so on 8.5 million.
Also, it's confusing because
that seems
it's because it's being classed as a part of a manufacturing part. It's got a number and everything. A part
maybe
number.
Do they sell them on tours of their factory?
Is it a big joke? Is it like our IKEA?
Okay. Well, IKEA sold meatballs.
They sell a lot of meatballs, don't they?
Yeah.
So it might be that sort of thing.
I think it's kitsch or a gimmick. Maybe it is for a domestic market, but in which case it's kind of a joke. It's maybe a souvenir from the VW factory. In the same way that you can, some car manufacturers make a little kind of micro machine version of their car. It's a present. VW like, wouldn't it be funny if we made a sausage? That's my guess. I think it probably is true, but I think that VW kind of are slightly leaning into the kitsch of it. That's my guess.
Okay, so from what I found out, that the sausages is actually produced for its factories. So for the people who actually work there, because
that's bullshit, man.
The factories are quite remote, so it's to create supply for the remote workers.
They're put in the kitchens of the factory workers.
Correct. So that's what they serve at all their canteens and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But as well as that, they're also apparently served at football stadiums and given to Volkswagen customers as well.
Right. So the most sold...
I think it's a technicality. It's not like we sell sausages.
Also,
and look how many we've
if
sold.
you're working for VW, shouldn't you be getting your sausage for free?
This is well, someone's got to pay for the sausage.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Apparently they also apparently they also make their own ketchup as well that goes
Right.
alongside the sausages.
Make their own ketchup.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'd prefer a bit of mustard.
Apparently it's it's got a bit more to it than normal ketchup. I think to make up for the lack of
That's
mustard.
I feel like that's I feel like it's a
I
technical.
think they're calling it a
fact.
part. I mean, I suppose. Do you have to have sausage?
I
Are they
feel
all
like-
I mean, what I'm saying is, if you're a vegetarian, is there another part? Like, if you could say, I'm a vegetarian, so can I not have part number 199398500A? Could I please have
B.
part number 199? Yeah, B, and then that's like broccoli.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Or a you know,
well, they're not obviously.
or a what do they call it?
They haven't constructed the broccoli, have they?
A corn sausage.
Yeah. Okay.
I think if Walls or a big sausage company, isn't it weird that Walls makes
Do you know
sausage?
that Walls, their most sold part is actually BMW?
Right.
It's weird because they feed them to their.
Isn't it weird that Walls makes sausage
Workers.
and also ice cream? Is
a
it
bit
the
weird,
same
isn't it?
company?
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
So that makes me think that they're people that don't give a fuck. They're just after the old Yankee dollar. They're just
Yeah.
we'll sell ice cream, we'll sell sausage.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Like Mars makes the most cat food or something.
Oh God, does it?
The Mars Corporation.
Oh, yeah, it
they've
does,
got their
doesn't it?
chocolate wing, but they've also got like cat and dog food, and I think they also do other domestic sort of products as well. It makes me think they're not in it for the passion.
I know.
They're not chocolatiers, are they?
No,
They're
I
just
tell
a
you who's a
big
chocolatier,
Lint.
Mr. Lint.
I knew you were going to say Lint. I knew
Big
you were going to.
catch.
I knew you were going to say Lint. I knew you were going to say Lint.
Yeah, he's
Listen.
a chocolate. That's a fucking chocolatier.
So what you like about Lint? Their fucking Easter bunnies are out of this world.
I'm not saying anything about Lint. I think Lint
My
are good.
kids, we were doing.
Hannah's a Lint girl.
Me and Claire were doing
70%.
We were doing our tour over Christmas.
Hannah, they haven't got Lint. Do you want another one?
Over Easter. Me and Claire were doing our tour over Easter. And who was it that got those Lint? But was it you? Yeah. Our manager arranged for some treats because it was over Christmas. Over Easter.
Easter.
Whatever. So, Easter's sort of the anti-Christmas, isn't it?
Well, Easter's
It's the complete opposite of Christmas.
well, Easter's like good news and bad, I suppose, isn't it? It's like
Christmas was.
Christmas is
well,
like, well, we'll
to be
see.
fair- Well, listen, I can't keep up with the
Christmas
geezer.
is like as a baby.
He was born on Christmas and he was fucking born again on Easter.
I know.
I'm struggling here, Jesus. Help me out.
Christmas is like a baby's here. Could be good, could be bad. Easter's like he was good, but bad news, he's dead.
He's dead.
But good news, he's alive again.
He's alive again. Yeah. It's fucking,
Easter's a complicated story. Christmas is a much simpler story. Christmas is
Yeah.
like the baby's been born.
yeah.
Well, no, to be fair, it was complicated because there was no
The 12.
father
Yeah.
other than God.
I mean,
do you remember
that
that?
is-
Oh, the Holy Spirit will come on you. Do you remember that? That was unbelievable. We knew it was coming. Every Christmas.
I'll be honest.
How will I get pregnant?
I
The
feel
Holy
like-
Spirit will come on you.
I feel like if Jeremy,
The Bible.
I feel like if Jeremy Carl was around Bethlehem around Christmas,
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it wasn't called Christmas time at the time, but he would have gone. It would have been like, Carl sees the child's father. They would have done paternity tests. Imagine that. She says that's like a Jerry Springer episode. She's pregnant. I've not had sex with her yet. She reckons it was God. And poor old Joseph just sat there and went, yeah, all right then. So, okay.
Admit it.
Yeah.
You were too busy out having a good time.
Yeah.
Do you know what a manger is? It's a
Trough.
It's a
isn't
thing
it?
for horses to eat out of.
Yeah.
Dog in the manger.
Yeah.
That's another thing as well. The dog was like, it didn't even want. I never really understood the dog in the manger because doesn't the dog? It probably is quite nice. To
Hang
be
on.
in the
What's the
manger.
dog in the manger?
The dog
I
in the
don't know what
manger is
that
basically saying you're spoiling someone else's fun, even though it isn't fun for you. So it's like, say I wanted to go and see a play,
Yeah.
and you
But
don't
you-
even want to
but-
see the play,
but
but
you
you
had to-
deliberately put the last 2 tickets just so I can't do it.
You had to go on someone's date beforehand.
That's right. I had to go on a date,
Yeah.
and I wasn't even invited to the play.
No.
I was just to the first bit. But if say you bought the tickets to the play and you didn't even want to see the play, but it was just so I couldn't go, I'd accuse you of being a dog in the manger.
Right.
And the idea is that the dog doesn't even like being in the manger, but it's just doing it so the horse can't eat the hay.
Do you know what?
But I think the manger does sound nice
I think my
because
dog.
I think a dog would love being in a manger.
I think my dog does do stuff like that.
Mm,
I'm convinced my dog does stuff.
yeah,
Not because he wants to, but
yeah.
because he knows it will piss me off. I'm like that with Claire.
Well, you've got dogs in mangers left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
Shea Buckley's.
Right. What we say? Do we like this fact? Do we like it? I'm not sure. I'm a big fan.
They're calling it a part, and I guess because of that, it passes muster.
I think Donza's let in an own goal early on. We don't know what the next fact is, but I think this fact is 1-0 down already.
Ooh.
I'm not a big fan of this fact. I haven't learned anything from it. I think it's a fake fact. I think it's like all right. They sell a lot of sausages, but that's because they've maneuvered themselves into a position.
But
They've created the demand.
But they do call it a part.
That's stupid.
But I wonder if anything else. What I'd like from this is to know, are there any other things that you can buy in the canteen that are parts and have a number?
Yeah, I mean,
and also, is there some way in which, because in labelling it as a part, do they in some way get to do they get to kind of write it up differently in the accounts? Do you know what I mean?
There's that. Let's have a little ad break, and then we're going to come back with the next fact. I'm going to be honest, Joe. This next fact needs to be dog shit if sausage goes through.
We've got form.
Yes.
So here we go. Enjoy these ads. Okay, welcome back. We now need to discuss our next submitted fact to see. It's going to go up against Donza's sausage. And this fact comes from Greg Austin via Instagram. Greg says chainsaws were originally invented in the late 18th century. Chainsaws were originally invented, so the 1700s, to assist with difficult childbirths.
Assist. Imagine if you were having a difficult childbirth. They were like, don't worry, we've helps on the way.
Yeah.
What's that noise? Unbelievable.
To be fair, that'd be quite a funny thing. And if I was to go again with a child, I think I would plan some stuff. So if Claire's like, if we, you've checked them in, they're in the bed and stuff. If I ran in with like a sort of Jason hockey mask or something and a chainsaw, right, we're ready. Let's get this baby out of there. I think that would be quite funny.
Oh my God. Yeah, it'd probably be quite funny.
I think Claire would get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
Chainsaws were originally invented in the late 18th century. Now listen,
this is
I'm gonna need.
I feel like I've seen this before somewhere.
This
childbirth was really difficult, but luckily it's now become easy.
So
thanks to the addition of this chainsaw.
So this was way before the invention of the combustion engine. It's not a chainsaw in the way that we're thinking of. Or what's in my head, which is the thing that you pull and.
Yeah, it's not like was it Makita or so, is it
Makita?
Yeah, do they make chainsaws?
I'd assume so. Yeah, they make power tools.
They're making chainsaws, then, baby.
Makita. It used to. Back in the day when
house on them making chainsaws.
When I was on, it's I don't know if it's changed now. Actually, to be fair, I'm not up with my power tools knowledge, but it used to be DeWalt. DeWalt were the go-to. DeWalt drills and stuff like that. And then Makita started sort of coming up going, hey, listen, we do fucking quality shit as well. I wonder what it is now. I don't know. I'll find out soon once this podcast goes under. I'm sure I'll have to invest in some new power tools.
But what do you mean a chainsaw without an engine?
Well, this is what I mean. So is it another fact where it's like, it's a chainsaw, but it's technically a chainsaw. It's not the thing that you're thinking of. To be fair,
they did have steam engines. I mean, they did have...
In the 1700s?
They did, yeah. I think the first steam engine was like maybe even the first half of the 18th century.
Is that right?
Wasn't it like Stephenson's rocket? It was a steam train. And I'm pretty sure that was like 1726 or something. I mean, earlier than one might think. So it's possible that they did have an engine. But I mean, in terms of how on earth that would have connected to a chainsaw.
Whenever I think of like automation and factories and trains and stuff like that, I just think of the 1800s. But there must have been something leading up to that.
Yes, there was something. Yeah, I think the kind of real like big factories and like big industrialization, heavy industry. That's like the 1800s. But there was, in terms of the inventions that powered it, that would have been in the 1700s, and so I don't really have.
I'm guessing it will be something. If you took the pedals off and the chain off a bike.
Yes. Okay.
And you just had that.
Fuck, yeah.
And you ran up to a pregnant woman. Hold her still. Hold her down. I'm coming in.
Jesus Christ.
We'll get this baby out one way or another. But will she survive? That doesn't matter.
Oh,
don't worry about that.
Honestly, yeah. Well, you do have things.
Poor old women.
Oh, it's terrible.
The amount of women that died giving birth. God.
You do have things that are invented for totally separate purposes for which they end up being used.
Oh, it's NASA, isn't it?
What was NASA supposed to be?
Well, NASA invented a load of shit. Like back in the 60s. No, during the Apollo missions and all. I can't think of any example. Well, GPS, for example. That's military. But NASA had to invent a load of stuff to try and get us on the moon or whatever. And then over a few decades, it doesn't cost millions of dollars to make that thing anymore, and then it becomes part of our lives.
Yes.
I think computers.
Loads of military stuff. I mean, and also the internet was military. It was called. Was it called like Herpanet or something? Like there was some way of like you've got a computer here. If only you could get the stuff that's on the hard drive of this computer onto the hard drive of this computer, because that would be useful for a military. You can see why that would be useful. Yeah. And that was called that. It was called something web or net or something. Didn't Tim Berners-Lee invent it in Britain? But then he didn't really. We could have computers in Britain, but we don't. We sort of fumble the marketing of it.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah. I think the internet was invented in Britain.
Yeah, but then there was also HarperNet. That's it. Right. No, DARPANet. No, DARPANet. What? I can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
I can't remember, and it doesn't matter. Hang on a minute. So
the chainsaw. This is going to be some loophole.
What's interesting is that these two facts they're sort of paired, aren't they? They're things. They're a product that we think we recognise. The sausage, the chainsaw, and yet it comes from an unusual source.
Yeah, they're being disguised as something else.
Oh, do you want anything from VW? Not really. What, you don't want a sausage? Oh, I didn't know it was a sausage. Do you want anything from the maternity ward? Not really. What, you don't want a chainsaw? Oh no, I didn't know it was a chainsaw. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
This tree's getting on my nerves. Yeah. Why don't we pop to the hospital?
What are you talking about? There's nothing there to help us.
Oh, just chainsaw, mate.
Oh, just a chain. Oh yeah, I forgot a chainsaw won't help to chop down a tree.
So,
you fucking numpty.
Lily mate, is there any research, Queen Lily mate? Have you done anything to help us out here?
Yeah, I've had a little look because this fact made me shudder.
Is there a drawing?
There's a picture.
Yeah, I need to see this
of what it looks like, and it's much smaller than you will imagine.
I was going to say, yeah.
And it kind of has like a little windy tool.
I see. Okay.
You would have thought you thought with the bicycle.
It looks more like a whisk, like that kind of
That's
whisk.
What it
but
is.
On the end is
exactly. Okay. And it was sort of primarily used for kind of dealing with diseased and out of place bones.
Okay.
So I think that's where it comes into birth as well. So basically, if your bone structure basically wasn't allowing for your pelvic bones weren't allowing for space for the baby to come through, that they
just get rid of the pelvis there. Get rid of that.
At bone, basically, which is obviously disgusting. But also it would be used for diseased bones. And there was 2 Scottish doctors who invented it.
Much stuff invented by Scottish doctors.
John Aitken and James Geoffrey. It was their invention, and it was used for quite some time, I think for basically a century, and then medical enhancements came. And I think it became the twisted wire saw, which is is it the jiggly or the giggly saw?
Right.
That it's now used, which is the like sort of wire, and that is what's now used.
Right.
What it basically.
Well, is it like a kind of like that?
It's like a wire.
Yeah, so it's just friction.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just a wire being spun as fast as you can to sort of essentially burn through. Like a cheese
Bloody hell.
string, is that what they call it?
Well, look,
that? You know when you cut cheese with a
Cheese wire.
yeah,
cheese wire,
Yeah.
cheese string. No, that's that thing.
Cheese string is made out of
That's
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah.
That's not so bad in childbirth.
Yeah. If you come into the maternity ward and you've got a cheese
Do you want
string,
a cheese string, love?
she will. Yeah. She will be saying. She
Yeah.
will be saying ignore him again.
It's a glass and a half. No, that's dairy milk.
Both these facts are quite cheeky, in as much as a sausage isn't really a part, and that maybe isn't really a chainsaw in the way that we would think.
Yeah.
However,
I think
that
I don't
gives
like
them a kind of equality.
Yeah, so they're both as bad as each other, is what you're saying.
Well,
Do you know what I don't like about these facts? Is that they're trying to trick me.
What, you don't like the deception?
They're very
gaslighting us.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're gaslighting us.
You don't want things you already know, do you?
No, but I want things like, I'll tell you something. If the punching octopus was up against any of these, the octopus would have gone through.
I feel bad for octopus now. The octopus got a really hard draw. Group of death.
Yeah, it was a group of
Whereas
death.
this, money's clearly changed hands.
This is
Oh, that's funny that Infantino's driving around in that nice new car.
Faroe
When
Islands versus Moldova or whatever. Don't slag off countries.
We're not only saying they're bad at football. I think that's all right.
That's fine.
But the Faroe Islands actually almost got in, didn't they?
They're always playing Scotland. Always playing Scotland. Scotland is always playing the Faroe Islands. I'd love to know how many times Scotland has played the Faroe Islands. I feel like Scotland is constantly... It's always... Scotland are playing tonight. Who are they playing? Oh, they're against the Faroe Islands.
Yeah.
Always fucking playing the Faroe Islands.
Is that the old firm? Scotland and the Faroe Islands.
They have played each other 11 times in men's international football.
What, in the last year?
Yeah. And what have they done since lunch?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, what are we doing here? So we've got the chainsaw fact and the sausage fact. Mm-hmm. I feel that
we've got to pick one.
Like,
and I don't want to throw it over to Lily May this time. We put Queen. Okay. We put our Queen
now look,
in an awkward position.
Thank you.
Last week.
We did.
I didn't want to vote against the Lily, but that's what happened. And I'm sorry.
Now.
Oh yeah, we get Joe's, James's, and Lily's. That's who gets through.
If it was a Lily May, almost certainly would have been
Lily
biased.
May would have gone through. I think that probably just because I think there is a little bit of distance between. Well, I'm not, because you said that last time, Lily May, this counts as me like slandering one of the facts, but I'm not slandering it. I'm just saying that to me, the chainsaw one is not quite a chainsaw in the way that we might think of a chainsaw, and I think because of that, I can't believe we're doing this, but I think we're going to go back to part number 199, etc., and say, maybe you're going through sort of because of vibes as well. I think sausages
come back 2-1.
I think it's come back 2-1.
I think it's come back 2-1. It let a goal in the first 5 minutes, and it's gone on to me personally, because
they had a nightmare start.
Because I don't think it's a chainsaw.
I'm sure the goalkeeper didn't expect the first thing he'd have to do would be picking the ball out of the back of his own net.
Yeah, but I think the sausage, even though I was a bit down on the sausage fact when I first heard it, I'm more down on the on the chainsaw fact.
Yeah.
And just because the sausage, it's got a bit of comedy in there.
I think in terms of vibes, the sausage is quite a good vibe. I'd rather be present at the sausage fact than at the chainsaw fact.
Also,
and because of that,
something that I've overlooked up until this point. When I am hungry.
Yeah.
Currywurst. That's a good sausage.
Okay.
Correct.
That's a really, it's not just your pork. It's not just a breakfast sausage.
Mm-hmm.
The currywurst. I could fucking eat one of those right now. I'll be honest with you.
Hell yeah.
And it's interesting that you can only get a currywurst at VW. They're not.
No, you can get them other places.
No, but no. What I mean is that if you work at VW, you can't get a regular wurst.
Yeah, you can't get a bratwurst.
Which makes me think that the standard of the sausage is quite good, and it's a big hit in the cafeteria. Like you said,
yeah,
there'll be other things to eat in that cafeteria, but they're selling so many. They're hand over fist on these sausages.
Yeah.
It's going to be the sausage for me, Joe.
Okay. So Donza's boy.
Donza's sausage has gone through to the final.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
you're in the grand final. It's hard fought,
I will
yeah.
say to who's the other person? Greg Austin. I will say, Greg, come back.
Do come back.
Come back. Come
Yeah.
and give us another fact.
Wow.
Don't be disheartened.
Yeah.
Just because
Yeah.
you didn't cut the mustard. What?
You
This
didn't-
time.
You didn't cut the part B
Yeah.
this time.
Anyway, Joe,
Oh,
I am
yeah.
all fact out.
Me too.
My brains have been fact out.
Yeah.
What have we learned? What have we learned? Jesus, it felt like ages ago that we started this episode. I've not learned anything. That's the
We learned
that's
something.
the
Yeah.
honest answer.
Okay.
I've not learned a gosh darn single thing, Joe. And you know,
Well,
good.
we learned that stuff at the zoo. That was quite.
There we go. No, we didn't
did we?
learn
We
that.
didn't really learn.
We didn't really learn anything.
Oh, did that turn out to be true or not?
We don't know. We left it. We left it hanging.
It's a myth.
We decided that it was funny enough to be true.
Yeah, it's true for us.
So we've not learned anything.
We learned about that road. The guy set up a road, lost 15 grand.
Well,
Pointless,
I knew that before. That was my
Yeah.
thing that I turned up with.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, you already knew it.
yeah. So we've learnt nothing apart from Volkswagen sell a lot of sausages. We'll be back next week armed with more facts, chats, and another World Up match. That's what we said last week, Lee. May, you're getting lazy.
Well, it's the
still
tournament,
true.
so I'm putting
So we're
the
just
tournament.
doing that. We're doing that for the 6 weeks.
Well, for 5.
That's the only funny thing that we do on this podcast.
Well, thank
When
you.
you write a little.
You know what? It's about time I got some credit for that. So you know what? It was worth it for that.
Can't we get something now? What have we got?
We'll be back next week armed with more facts, chats, and
What do we talk about? Not easy. Is it?
And men charging to see big cats. Is that right?
yeah, we got yeah.
Well,
think
that's-
Okay. Well, do you want to go back to another
I
World
feel like
Cup
we need
match?
to leave the Queen up to this one. Don't forget that you can get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something that feels true to you or whatever nonsense you'd like to tell us. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp is 07822034330. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Joe and James Pod. And head to the podcast description if you've already forgotten those details. We'll be back next week with another, with round 3 of the Joe and James's World Up. Thanks, guys. There we go.
Bye.
Joe and James, fact up!